Hi Virgo, this is Amy with Wisdom and Faith Tarot, and I am here today to do your mid-August to mid-September 2017 general reading. So I am feeling for you guys that this is mostly relationship related, but this is a general reading, so it could be work related as well. But I am feeling more relationship for more of you. The first card that I pulled for you is the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is about trusting your intuition, going within and getting any answers that you need to your problems, and trusting that you are going to make the right decision and not relying so much on other people and what they think. The next card that I have for you is the Justice card. And the Justice card is a lot of times known as the Karma card. It kind of reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, but it's a little bit different. It also is the card of fairness and justness. So if there's something in the past that you did that wasn't fair or wasn't just, you need to right that wrong right now. Or perhaps somebody did something that wasn't fair or just to you, and it is time for them to right that wrong. But I am feeling more that it may have been something that you have done, and now is the time for you to correct that mistake. And it might be something about a relationship. Maybe there was someone that you were dealing with and you walked away from the relationship and you didn't give them a fair chance. And now is the time for you to maybe make amends with that person or have a conversation with them to try to change that, or just to basically apologize for what you did. And I'm not pointing the finger at any of you. I'm just saying, for some of you, that might be the case. So my incense is going a little crazy right now. I was just, you can kind of see it going past the screen. The next card that I have for you is the Fool card. And the Fool card is about being open, being more free, and taking chances. So I think during this time, you can take some chances. You can do things differently. And be open to the change. Don't be afraid of change. Change can be good. Okay, so you're going to notice that I have pulled more than the normal 5 cards that I do. There is 8 cards in this reading. I did more cards for all of the signs so that we had more information for you, and I hope that this will make more sense too. The next card that I have is the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is about juggling a lot, being very busy, having a lot on your plate. Sometimes it's about making a decision between 2 things. But a lot of times it's just that you're very, very busy and you feel like you're going in so many different directions. You can't slow down. And that's probably why you don't see things very clearly, or you can't make the best decisions, because you're kind of like doing everything on the fly. So you'll know how this card pertains to your situation. If you're like super, super busy, then that's why you got this card. But if you need to make a decision between 2 things, then that is the reason. The next card is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is somebody that is mature, over the age of, I'd say, 35. Could be a water sign. Water signs are Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But I seem to be getting the feeling that this card is more about you and your energy. Although you are an earth sign, maybe you have water in your chart, or you just are acting like the Queen of Cups right now. And this is a lady that basically, I always say, has her emotions in check, because she is mature. And, you know, sometimes it can be someone that is afraid to just be forthright with their feelings, and they kind of bottle things up. Like she's holding this cup, and it kind of represents all these feelings and all these emotions that have been bottled up by her. And it's a way of her protecting herself, because a lot of times water signs are a little over the top with their emotions, and some people just can't handle that. And, you know, with her being a little bit more mature, she has learned to kind of contain that, to kind of bottle it up and hold things back. So I think this might be your energy at this time. I'm also thinking that if there is a relationship that you could have maybe done differently, or a relationship where you could have possibly put more energy into it, that maybe you bottled up your emotions and tried not to think about it. Maybe you purposely worked a lot and kept yourself very busy. Maybe, you know, you had a lot of friends you were hanging out with, a lot of different things that you were doing to forget about somebody. And that might be why you have this Justice card too. Maybe you did that person wrong. Maybe because you just didn't want to deal with it for some reason. Or maybe you were afraid of your emotions. Or you just felt like you didn't have the time. So you just basically didn't go there. You just kind of like walked away. So that might be why you bottled up your emotions too. But I did pull the Ace of Swords, and aces are always about new beginnings. And because it is a swords card, it can be a new beginning in communication. So maybe you are going to have a conversation with someone. Maybe it will change things. And, you know, maybe you will let some of those feelings out about that person. I think, you know, sometimes we might walk away from people, and then later on we think back, you know, oh my gosh, you know, maybe, you know, that's the person that I let get away, and that was the right person for me. Maybe I should have tried to put more energy into that relationship. Maybe I should have seen what that could have become instead of walking away or taking an easier route. Or, you know, for some people, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but for some people, maybe you were juggling a lot of relationships. Maybe you were, you know, just like partying a lot and hanging out with a lot of different people, and you just weren't ready to settle down, or you weren't ready to settle down with one person. And maybe that's why you pushed that person aside. Maybe because they wanted a relationship and you just weren't into it at that time. And maybe now is the time for you to have that conversation and make amends, because it could maybe go somewhere. I mean, if not, you know, maybe it's just not in the cards right now, but it's always worth a shot. And you don't want to be constantly bottling up these feelings. Also, some of you, you know, with the very first card was about trusting yourself, going inside to get the answers, using your intuition. Maybe some of you asked other people what they had thought, and you let them interfere, and you kind of just went along with what they thought instead of what was in your heart, because people don't know what you're feeling inside. Only you know that. You know how you feel. That's why you should always trust your own feelings and your own intuition, and not rely so much on other people and what they think. The next card I pulled is the Moon card, and the Moon card is about emotions also. But it is also another card that says to follow your heart, which is just what I had said. You know, rely on yourself and how you feel, because your heart will always give you the right answer. And the last card is the Eight of Swords, and this is about taking the mask off. It's about seeing things for what they truly are, freeing yourself. This person is loosely wrapped with this, um, and so is their mask. It's on loosely. You can pull that right off and see things clearly. Maybe you just didn't want to see things clearly before, but this is a card that serves as an advice card for you, that now it is the time to free yourself and to see things for what they are. So I hope that that resonated with most of you. If it did not, feel free to watch your moon sign and your rising sign videos. Some months they make more sense than the sun sign. And I hope you guys are doing well. I hope this will be a great time period. Thanks for watching. I will see you again soon.